Hello, everyone, and welcome to Quest and Chaos. We are the Chaos Agents. It took me a little while to figure that out. And tonight, we are playing Dungeons & Dragons. But first, we are also saying thank you to our beverage sponsor, Gordon Biersch. We look forward to visiting your brewery once again. Aaron is freshly restocked.
Made with 100% beer.
Beers. 100% beers.
Beers.
It's just slogan. The one beer, then.
I got that reference.
That's good.
Okay.
Slightly disappointed in the chat last time for not catching my Tim Messenger reference that I put into Waterdeep. That's okay. You can go back and watch the VOD and watch it over and over and over again. We're done. That's fine too. We are, of course, as always, using our Nord Games luck deck. This particular one has at least one fortuitous circumstance in it. So we will see if I throw it out when we get to it or if I leave it in.
If we desperately need it.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
This is us. We will probably need it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, ouch.
What?
Jeff just said today he found out that I think they watch the show. People in chat. Yeah, that's yeah, chat is its own beast. I will say that. There's the show, there is chat, there's the chat with the show. They sometimes converge.
And there's nothing wrong with multitasking, you know? Sometimes you got to vacuum, and we just got to be there on the TV, you know?
It's like a group of people at a party just kind of talking with music on in the background, and every once in a while they go, "Oh, what's the name of that song?"
And who's the guy who put D&D on the TV? I'm trying to put on music at this party.
Can you guys turn down the music? We're trying to talk. I've literally had somebody say that to me at a party. It's like, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
I hate parties.
What?
Yeah, parties are dumb. You know why? The music's too loud.
Ha!
Oh my God, it was you guys. It was him.
It might have been.
It's certainly possible, Thomas.
So, what are we doing tonight? We are going to look for some bits. We have
someone else gets to keep track of them because I had to move my entire everything elsewhere. So Someone else gets to have a notebook and keep track of this.
I can't count.
I have a notebook.
Know.
It's Aaron.
Cool.
I got my notebook.
Thank
and this
you.
is my permanent one. So wait, what am I keeping track of again?
You're keeping track of the bits.
Of the movie references.
Okay. Oh, I'm writing them down. What was the first quote? No, how many bits so far?
I don't think we've announced yet, but get ready. Freshen up that ink splotch on the tip of, you lick the ink well at the base.
Are you ready?
Do that anywhere?
Yeah, lick the base of the ink. What? Yeah, I'm ready.
You have 4 left over from last time. And we have now got from Tamago Tora 500 bits to the players for that beard.
Oh, yeah?
It's Bo's beard. And 500 bits to the DM because I shave every morning. That's
fine.
I'm not keeping track of yours.
Okay, that's fine.
It's getting there. Thank you, Tony.
Then we have from Stilba another 500 bits for the beard.
Oh.
This time it's
And
fine.
can you guys? And it's a little small, but you see the mustache too.
Mm-hmm.
Dirk Dastardly over there.
Oh, it's a thing now. So this is me from now on.
It's Oob.
You
Bo's
be
evil
watching,
twin.
SpaceX launch tomorrow.
Yes.
That's a hard right turn, man.
Well, it's Bo's shirt. I don't know if everybody can see it. He's got the NASA shirt on. NASA and SpaceX joint partnership, 30-hour mission to the space station, dock, launch, dock, all that stuff. Anyway, yeah.
That's cool.
I am watching a webinar about the impacts of AB5 on small businesses. So that is a very exciting thing.
It's a TED Talk,
I don't know
isn't
what
it?
that is.
AB 5 is a horrible bill passed by the legislature in California.
That
All
does
right.
what?
It makes it illegal to be a gig worker or to hire somebody not as a full-time employee or as an employee. You can hire them part-time.
What?
Yeah,
bill
it's
that
always
Bill
been
O'Brien left.
illegal to kind of hire people and pay them under the table, right?
No,
Like,
I mean,
but just
you
something we've
1099
done.
them. If they are a business or they, if I want to hire a cinematographer, I can say, hey, I'm going to hire you. You bring your camera, you do your thing, I will pay you. You write off your camera on taxes. Can't do that anymore.
Oh, so they're
And-
closing loopholes.
Well, except for they're writing a whole bunch of exemptions for everything. All of their. Anyway, so
Sorry.
unions suck. All right, so hey
What?
everybody. All right,
Thank you,
so then we
union,
have,
for our 5-day work week.
yeah. So then we have 1,000 bits from the Hefner to the players. Thank you so much. And
Another one.
1,000 bits to me. That was before that union comment. So we'll see if
Yeah, it
can-
was.
Okay.
Pull it back, Hef. Pull it back.
And oh man. Oh, our winner of the Carbon 2185 book, Lonely Yeti, with 1,000 to the players. You guys are getting a pretty big stack of these actual bits over here.
Thank you so much.
Oh,
Did we mail it
and
out?
I have not mailed it out yet. They'll go out Thursday. So then we have 500 bits
Ian?
to the players from Duke League, who is not
Thank you,
only
Drew.
providing bits, he's also providing bits, digital bytes.
I'm currently sitting on Fleeg's porch, which is why I have internet to broadcast. So thank you very much, Your Grace, in multiple possible senses.
Thank you so much for allowing Tiana to join us today.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. All right. So that is in fact it. That's the updates. Oh man, that was 8 minutes. That was way too long for our updates.
It was because we went off on the tangent about unions. It's your fault, Thomas.
What?
Well, most things are. Hold on while I.
All right.
That was
while I
so
get
nice.
Hershey with it.
Did
All
you?
right.
Is that for ASMR purpose? Because I picked up on that
Yeah.
in the
very nice.
headphones.
Very nice. All right. So last time. Oh, hold on. Let me go here, so I can actually get a little bit of a. I can't read this at all. Sorry. Okay. There's no way I can read that. That font is really small. So last time on Chaos Agents, you guys we're in Baldur's Gate at the docks where Earl Memoron, Earl,
Sure.
Dockmaster, the Harbor Master,
My name is Earl.
came out to shake you guys down, and you handled him quite well. He turned out to actually not be a terrible person, unlike what I had planned. Just a corrupt bureaucrat, but not a angry, vindictive one.
That coupled with the union comments, everyone sees your bend, Thomas.
Bureaucrat, corrupt bureaucrat. It is the same. There's no difference. All right. So politicians, they're all bad. Doesn't matter which one, who they are. All bad.
Just watch Veep. You'll get it.
I mean,
Yeah.
that one I will completely agree with.
Bureaucrats are just politicians that aren't elected. That's all. That's all there is.
Wait,
I have no dog in this fight.
Shall we roll on, gentlemen?
time out.
We're talking about Baldur's Gate
Yes.
is a corrupt cesspool, and
All
it's a cesspool from the private sector to the public sector. That's Baldur's Gate and California. Okay, so
Political.
so Amy's texting me, keep it going, please. I don't know if that means keep going with the terrible comments or move it along. It's hard to tell.
You better take the worst bet of the two, just in case.
Don't think she wants me to keep talking. So we have yeah. Anyway, so you guys handled Earl Mamoron, the dockmaster without issue. You managed to get the title to the ship, the Chimera, transferred over with the smallest fee possible that he was going to accept. Paid him a little bit extra, which he dispersed amongst some of the Flaming Fist guards to forget that the Chimera came into port.
And also to remember that it left. Well, I guess forget. If anybody heard it was here, it's not here.
Yep. And on your way over there, you actually ran into Dagon Swiftbow, a person who did not look like a cultist, dressed in more normal clothing. He waved you over into an alley where he, wondered what took you so long. He was expecting you over a week ago. And to set up an appointment with you to go and meet with Mr. Flynn, the High Priest of Asmodeus. He suggested a small tavern in the Bloomridge district, the Smilin' Boar Tavern, Nochi, and set a time for later that evening. You guys, with some time to kill, headed to the magic shop, the Sorcerer's Sundries, where there were spell components, magic items, and also great.
I miss my immersion.
I'm just Warren. Don't type into the Zoom chat because I can't see it.
Shit. Okay.
Even though I did see it, I can't see it.
In the Zoom chat is our private little conversation. Don't worry though, we're only talking shit about Hef in here.
Not at all.
I can, however, if you need something to get into something.
No, I can. So yeah, issue. I don't have the login for my character sheet, but I can see my character sheet. So I just won't be able to change the HPs. Not that I hope I will have to, and add inventory.
All right, we'll fix it. We'll fix it at the break.
I'll do it manually.
Fix it at the break. Okay. All right.
Sorry, guys.
Where was I? So you guys you ran into an individual who ran the store, very unique, interesting, and also a little gnome who was odd, very gave off a criminal type of feeling. And you guys then left and did your very best to lose any sort of tail you might have had, winding your way through Baldur's Gate, the lower city, back to the Smiling Boar Tavern, where Uzo went in first to get the lay of the land. He saw the halfling proprietor behind the bar. He saw another halfling with a familiar armband, part of the Bloomridge crew, a crew that patrols the area. She was dressed in leather armor, had a rapier, drinking from a metal tankard in the corner. You then headed to a different corner and paid the owner a gold piece to just sit and chill. When from across the bar, Remy was like, no, buy me a drink, buy me a drink, buy me a drink. And a clamorous sound came from that corner where the halfling was, where Remy at that point turned and looked to see is Winifred standing there, leather armor, a rapier, and her curly brown hair. That is where we're going to pick up tonight's episode.
Foreplay.
Slade. Is it Slade? And she moves up to you slowly, just like a step or two, like looking she's a halfling size like you are, but she's still kind of like looking under the hat a little bit. It's you?
What on earth are you doing here? Winifred's in Baldur's Gate of all places.
What am I doing here? What are you doing here? I thought you were dead.
Dead? Me? No.
You didn't come back. The ship came back. Half the crew was missing or dead.
I have
Well,
been
why?
through. I don't think here's the place for this. In the midst of this bar with everyone around.
Well,
Do you have
okay.
somewhere that we can talk privately?
Let me see if I can get a room. Hold on.
Don't worry, we're staying here.
Okay. Do you want to get a room? That's weird. That's weird. That sounds bad too.
It's not the worst thing you've said.
Okay. Okay. Back here. And she sort of like walks off towards the back. Around the corner, there is a small sort of pantry room, and she motions you to come in to there.
I turn to everyone and say, I will be right back.
Of what you need to take care of.
You don't say
Like you
that
would.
to Uzo because Uzo
No, I'm
is one
looking
with
at
the shadow.
Yeah, that's right. And I head over.
She goes inside and is like, ping, turns on the little hanging light, that swings a little bit. This will work.
What on earth are you wearing?
I'm
You look good, I'm sorry. I'm very awkward, I'm sorry.
wearing armor. What are you wearing? Are you a pirate?
No. Not anymore.
You were a pirate.
I was. I thought I still might be. Turns out I rather just like punishing pirates.
No, so do I.
Do you?
I've killed a few.
Why? Why are you here? What happened to you?
You didn't come back. So the ship came back, and you weren't on it. Nobody knew what happened to you. Like half the crew wasn't there. There was a list of dead and missing, and they buried those that died at sea. They didn't distinguish. I thought you were dead. It's been 5 years. I left Ammon when, I don't know, maybe 2 years after. I just couldn't take it especially with I had to leave and get out. And I came here. And this place sucks. But it needed something. It needed, I don't know, it needed protection. It needed somebody to look out for the people. Gentha, the proprietor, I met her my first day. I was just kind of looking around, and as a halfling, somebody pointed me here. She's amazing. She runs the tavern. Her and her husband, who's he doesn't do as much as he should, but they needed help, and I had anger that I needed to take out. So
You're angry with me?
I was angry with pirates mostly. I thought they killed
because
me.
my ship was attacked.
Yeah.
I lived through sheer will. The pirates boarded, I quickly found a sword and I defended the boat, the ship, the crew as best as I could. They saw something in me. The captain saw something in me. Asked me to join his crew. He told me his story of how these pirates were not wanton murderers, but that they were here taking on the greed that impoverishes so many people in the form of industry and trade. Kings getting richer off the backs of their serfs. Kings of industry. I told him I must return. When I came aboard, I told him. I have thought of you every day. Every day.
I've missed you. And she runs and hugs you. Knocks your hat off. Maybe inadvertently, maybe not. So you feel that leather armor press against you, and she kind of steps back. And it's like you don't wear armor. You don't protect yourself. Baldur's Gate is horrible.
I'm sorry. I have been dreaming of that moment. I am sorry. I don't know if it's too forward of me. I don't frankly care. It is amazing to see you. I feared you wouldn't. I feared you wouldn't want to see me.
I don't know if I do. I mean, I do, but it's been 5 years.
And you are lovely as ever.
Things are different. Things have changed. I mean, I've changed, but it looks like you have too. It was the way you carry yourself.
I learned to sail, and then I learned to pirate. And then I met 3 individuals in Waterdeep in my exile. They taught me, and they continue to teach me how to lead, and how to care, and how to think of something other than myself.
So what are you doing here?
We are a band. The Foxy Irregulars is what we're called. I was banished from piracy for stopping the plot of a mutiny that I have only just avenged. But for my part, I was banished and mocked. I spent a few years in Waterdeep, making my living as a bounty hunter of all things. Became quite good with the blade.
She looks down at your rapier. It's a weapon of choice. She touches the hilt of hers.
I must learn your story as well. You look like you can handle yourself.
I can. I do. I have to.
You've been in Baldur's Gate all this time.
3 years, roughly. It's seen its ups and downs. When the whole ball spawn thing was kind of insane. The gods coming back and all that.
Right.
Uh,
And you survived that.
I stayed out of it.
Well, that's
A lot of us stayed out of it, let it happen. Older Ravengard eventually was the one to survive, and he became the Grand Duke. He put an end to the ball spawn, and then it was sort of peaceful for a while. And about, I don't know, a year ago, the cults started to get more and more aggressive, fighting each other mostly, but it would spill out into the streets. We doubled our guard in the Bloom Ridge crew, the Bloom Ridge Dandies, as we are called. That was my little contribution to it. It was and is kind of crazy out there. But I guess the last couple of weeks has been quiet. Or at least more quiet than normal. I don't know what's happening out there.
I fear that maybe there's I fear that may be the result of our efforts.
Really? You're stopping the cult war?
I couldn't say we're stopping a cult war, but there's much to say, and I cannot tell it alone. The short of it is, we, the Foxy Irregulars, we are powerful. And we are here under the invitation of Asmodeus.
She blanches and takes a step back.
It's not like that, I promise you. It's not.
What does that even mean? You were
We're
here
trying-
at the invitation.
We're trying to find out. There is a member of our party. He is known to the cults and to all those devils. In fact, they are at war for his soul. And it is his soul that has led us here. Asmodeus made some kind of a deal, I think, with him. We are here to unleash abhorrent destruction upon any and all levels of hell that we encounter. Starting
Oh.
with Mammon.
Okay.
I
You
will
know
be
they're
honest with you.
powerful, right? Like really powerful.
We have our own power, not to that degree. However, our patron is strong, and we have but to free him. I tell you this because I trust you above all others, even now, even after all the pain. I trust you. My friends are here to do good.
Okay. How long are you gonna be here?
As long as it takes.
They've been
Indeed.
fighting for years.
We'll see what happens once we join the fray. They have been working hard to remove Ruckus from the game. They fear him. Of this I'm sure. And they should. Soap fears him. So,
Right. Okay.
You hear a sneeze from outside. You can tell who it's from.
would you meet them? Let us tell you our tale.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
They're as close to me as family.
Okay.
They are my friends, my officers, and don't tell Ruckus this, but they are my equals.
What do you mean by your officers?
I captain a ship. Only recently.
Your own ship?
I do.
Wow. That's pretty impressive, actually.
Yeah. It's really the crew. But thank you. I've worked hard, and it has not come at an easy price.
5 years to go from a deckhand to a captain. Must have been hard. Must have been work.
I had many people who believed in me. All three of them.
Kind of a captain myself. Of the Bloom Ridge Dandies, anyway.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Captain.
You too, Captain.
Um,
Should we go meet your friends?
Thank you. Please, allow me. And I kind of lead the way out.
Okay.
How long was that?
15 minutes,
Okay,
maybe.
cool.
Real time, so whatever it was.
Sweet. I'm just curious. Well,
Hello, Ruckus, Androste.
ooh,
Where is Uzo?
Uzo is he at this point now he does hear you and know that you're looking for him, so he's just kind of like in the dark, kind of snickering, still hiding.
Is that a
Uzo.
perception check to find you?
I'm basically invisible, but maybe they can hear the chuckles coming out of the dark wall.
I just say, you dog. Is that record speed for you? And then I put out a fist, but not at Remy. It's at the wall with a giant shadow in the middle of daylight.
And then the shadow comes out and fist bumps it. It's like, that was quick.
Family, huh?
Ah, yes, indeed. I stand by it, even now.
She turns and goes, it's been quicker.
Uzo comes out stone-faced and looks at Ruckus and I guess
There's
I have
someone was.
I have someone I'd like you to meet, please. This is this is Winifred.
Hello.
We go way back, before my piracy days back.
She sticks out a hand to each of you, starting with Ruckus.
Oh, you are brilliant. That was hilarious what you just said. Pleasure to meet you.
Uzo reaches out. Before piracy, what was Remy like pre-piracy? And he shakes the hand.
And Andraste takes her hand, gives her 2 very polite short pumps, and releases it and sits back in her chair.
Before, handsome, dashing, weak, you know.
Okay. This is called 2 truths and a lie, so.
He was amazing.
And I hear her say that, and I just kind of look at her. You see Uzo? That's called a compliment.
She spoke in the past tense. She said was.
You asked in the past tense.
I'm inclined to agree with her. But good to know that you have found people from your past to lie about your character. I'm on to you. And you too, Winifred. Nice to meet you.
This is my first mate, you see.
Nice to meet you, Uzo.
I'm going to go grab drinks at the bar. Does anyone want one?
I'll help you. I'm going to order way too many for you to carry.
Fair
Okay.
enough.
I'll have one of the way too many.
Fair enough.
I will take a Pilsner, a lager, whatever they have, you know. You know me.
I certainly do.
On the captain's tab.
I'm going to keep my wits about me in a new environment.
Yeah, I would recommend not imbibing too much.
Just beer. It's better than the water, right?
True. We do walk people back to their residences if they require it. Only the regulars. But
Uzo looks her. I'm sorry.
go ahead.
I was going to say Uzo looks her up and down. From the outside, it looks like he's like checking her out, but he's detecting magic.
She does not have any magic on her.
All right, Uzo is relaxed.
Yeah, I'm gonna lead the way over to the bar, not even really waiting to see if Ruckus is keeping up, and get drinks. And I'm gonna lean over to the proprietor and say, I'd like a bottle of whatever your strongest is, please.
Or wait, no, yeah, the bartender.
Strongest. Are you sure you want strongest?
Yes, I'm really very sure.
Well, bless your heart. Bottles. I keep forgetting what accents. Everybody has Jensen's disease. Wait a minute. I have Jensen's disease.
You have Jensen's disease, and by extension, everyone you play has Jensen's disease.
You're the Matrix, and there's a Jensen's glitch in the Matrix.
Oh, Jesus.
Mr. Anderson.
We pop days now.
The strongest is 5 gold for the bottle.
I'll pull out 5 gold, set it on the bar, and just look at her.
Very well. And bottles out. She puts 5 glasses down.
I follow right up.
Little shot glasses.
I'm getting us a table at that time.
So is that one, sort of.
Oh, okay. Cool. We're chilling at the table.
Yeah, there. We were at a table while you were up at the bar, if I remember correctly.
Got it. Right. Okay.
I mime out. Find us a booth.
I find us a booth.
And I'll also get Pilsner and some Pilsner and wine for the rest of the table. But
Uzo grabs Remy by the. This is a completely defensible position for an unknown environment. If we get a booth, we will be at the whim of whatever happens in here. Especially because you're going to be drinking.
Fair enough.
Always sit with your back to the wall in Baldur's Gate.
I like her.
Well, that way, if it's a booth, all of us have our backs to it. Never mind.
I wouldn't recommend the booth. It will be kind of weird. Somebody will have to sit with their back out.
Okay.
Dibs on the inside. She's like sneaks in, like sits next to Uzo.
Don't worry. Is there an open window there somewhere?
No, there aren't any open windows on this side of the bar.
Mm-hmm.
Really, anywhere in this place.
And the door is a proper door, not a Old West type of.
Correct. Yeah, the door's the door. There are shutters on the windows, so there are windows, but they're shuttered.
And is there a fireplace?
Yes.
All right, out of the fireplace, boom, pops Winthorpe, and he comes in covered in soot, goes off, and says, I will go ahead and have my back to it. And I sit down as Winthorpe comes and sits on me, little tiny owl, and just 180s his head only, looking at the door.
Huh.
He is not the only one with special powers like that. And she looks at Uzo putting his hand into his tunic around his stomach and waist area. Says, "Wait, I'm going to pull out my snake."
No.
Give me a second.
No, I can't.
Her hand goes to her hilt. No.
Here, my snake. I know what that means, but God, be serious. So, you see little green snake slither up and just kind of like look around. This is Bagat.
When he's actually being literal.
I don't use him for sentry duty. He is my companion and friend, but he's very friendly. So, if you want to say hi, he responds to kisses.
Hold on, Uzo. I'm your companion and friend, and you use me for sentry duty all the time.
You are disposable to a degree.
Okay. How long have you guys known each other?
That's a good question.
About 3 months by my mark. If you guys need to keep up on that.
I thought I was kidding last time I said that.
It's been between 2 to 3 months.
It's probably closer to 4 because you met early summer. It is now early fall.
It's 4, and we've basically spent every day with each other. Yeah.
Wow.
We're a family.
It's like summer camp where you become fast friends.
It's okay.
Well, even more so when you're saving each other's lives day in and day out.
You must have many amazing tales to tell.
And Ruckus and I come back with the drinks at about that point.
Believe you me, they are quite incredible tales, I assure you, especially if Uzo is telling them.
I have a book circulating somewhere in Waterdeep about our exploits. Hopefully it is being mass printed, so everyone in the realms will learn of the heroisms and feats that we have performed. Me specifically, having to save the lives of these beautiful people time and time again.
Don't believe a word of it. He missed his calling as a bard. He really should have been a bard rather than a caster of a different sort.
It's true.
With all the tales that he stretches. And I'm putting a Pilsner in front of everyone and keep the bottle in front of myself. I left 4 of the shot glasses behind and just brought the one.
Nice.
And Uzo looks at that and notices it and kind of shoots a look at Remy and Ruckus and like solemn face, looking at her shot glass and looking at your beers, and just like doesn't shrug or anything, but he just kind of okay.
So I have told Winifred here, who I trust more than most anyone. I've told her of the Foxy Irregulars. I've told her of you and our purpose here. I have saved the details for Ruckus to explain. It is because of him that we are here, so I felt it best coming from him.
That's great. I do know the most about this, and I can definitely articulate every thought and plot point that's happened so far. But
yes.
you told her that much already? Just gonna double check this.
That's correct.
You told her all of that, and still only 15 minutes.
Excuse
Were
me?
you speaking during?
During what? The 15 minutes? Yes, the whole time.
The act of you.
I'm gonna pour myself a drink and drink it.
Okay.
Actually,
sorry, finish.
oh no, I was just gonna subject change.
Can I get Uzo, Ruckus? Andraste, where are you sitting? In this round table. So in the very corner is Uzo. To the right, still facing into the tavern, is Winifred. Sitting with his straight back out into the middle of the tavern is Remy, with the owl facing out. Where did you sit? And Ruckus, where did you sit?
I'll sit on Uzo's other side. If Winifred's on one side of him, I'm on the other.
Yep, so you're basically against the wall looking straight out.
Yeah.
I'll take the empty spot.
Okay, so you're... okay, so Ruckus with disadvantage, Uzo and Andraste, and your owl. Give me perception checks.
Let me just add the thing.
It's almost like the wisdom-based character is the one who sees stuff.
The first thing you see is a quick flash of oh shit on Winifred's face as you look over and just see something pop down behind the bar. Little tuft of hair.
I'm gonna look over at that and then look at her and just raise an eyebrow and just.
Yeah.
Oh,
then
I have a feeling about this now. Then don't I?
And slowly, what was the owl? Good. He does not have your back. Winthrop does not have your back.
There's a 13 pick up anything.
I rolled 2 5s.
So you don't see the first thing, but you do see a small halfling child sneaking up to the table, like hiding. And Winifred just goes, ha. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Come here.
Okay.
This Remy, you turn around to see what she just kind of yelled at you, and there is a small halfling child, blonde, scruffy hair, a wooden sword on his side, more like a dagger. He kind of runs up. It's like, ooh, these guys bothering you, Mom?
Hold it.
Oh my god.
I would never dream of it, having such a capable bodyguard here.
Is this? I have no idea, but maybe it's not uncommon for children to be in such establishments. But I would imagine There's got to be better places. Safer.
So yeah. At this point, Winifred goes, "Well, okay, Slade. This is Remy.
Dear gods, there's two of them.
Oh,
Remy, this is Slade and his friends."
Can I perceive? Is the kid standing next to Remy?
Yeah, go ahead. Give me perception checks, everybody,
Yeah.
with advantage.
Yeah, can I insight what she's about to say?
I don't think anybody needs to roll.
Unnatural 20. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. The resemblance is there. In the hazel eyes and the blonde hair.
So Uzo wants to. He's like frantically. He's looking back and forth, and he's making sense of it. And he's frantically looking, trying to kick his feet out to touch someone's foot, and he's hoping to touch Ruckus's foot.
You guys are next to each other, so yeah. Oh no, you're not next to each other.
No, Tiana's in between us.
Okay. You hit Tiana's foot like 3 or 4 times.
Tiana? Who's Tiana?
Andraste, I'm sorry.
I have no idea who this Tiana person is. She doesn't belong in the Forgotten Realms.
Yeah. So your friend, and it's not quiet either. It's like shuffling and that.
I keep kicking until I hear a ruckus. Ouch.
Uzo, if you do not stop that right this second, I will set you on fire.
What's wrong?
My jaw is agape, and I am very happy.
Uzo looks, and he's like doing one of these head tilts at Ruckus.
I don't look back, but I kick back with my foot, and I'm like, oh my god.
Just kicking Andraste.
All right, no, I'm gonna get up with my bottle and my shot glass and walk to a different table. I am up to here with getting kicked because no one can freaking talk to each other.
Aren't you in the middle of them? So you have to
you
like
going?
get out. And
Say,
scoot?
no,
I'm gonna shove my way out and be like, "Excuse me, I am not taking bruises anymore."
I grab Andraste's foot. Sorry, I had a leg thing. Please sit down.
Let's switch seats if you wish.
No.
I'm so sorry.
Sorry, I had a spasm. In cramped places, I need to stretch every once in a while so my leg doesn't fall asleep. That's what happened.
This whole time, I'm looking right at Remy, little Remy.
Yeah.
I'm seeing this, and I look back at Winifred with a knowing but inquisitive look, kind of like.
She gives you a nod. Yeah.
Well, it is a pleasure to meet you, Remy.
You too, mister. And he kind of sticks out his hand.
Remington. Slade Remington.
That's weird, Mom.
You know, how long have you been here in Baldur's Gate, Remy?
3 years, I think.
3 years. 3 years.
I don't know. It seems like forever.
Let's see here. 3 years. That's 1, and I produce 1 silver coin. 2, and I produce a second in both hands, and 3. And I want to try and slide a hand so that I can go like this, and they appear 1, 2, 3 in these knuckles.
Right. Give me a sleight of hand check. Come on,
let me double check Remy's sleight of hand.
While he's rolling that, Baga comes out of the neck line, and Uzo's kind of doing that continuous pullback because he just wants to get closer and closer to the site. Stop.
Well, that wasn't it.
You're not.
Got the D.
This isn't an illusion. You're seeing this. Just
Get the D, huh?
That's 21.
Nice.
Okay, yeah. And
3 years,
Whoa.
3 silver pieces.
Whoa.
And as you grow, how old are you now?
5.
5. Okay. As you grow, you will have another year. It goes over to this one. Another. It goes over and another. And you'll be 8 years old. But eventually, you'll be old enough to turn that sword into something real. And I flip it back around and make them disappear. But I want you to know when you are old enough to actually use that sword, Remy.
Where'd the money go?
Uzo, yeah, where did the money go?
I say, when you do learn that to use the sword, you'll have to learn patience. And I reach from behind his ears and pull it out.
Whoa!
I believe these are yours. They were behind your ear, sir.
Mom, this guy's a wizard.
Uzo's reaching behind his ears and he's like, Remy, did you expend a spell slot for that? He's never seen a magic trick before.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. What is no? Of course not. I am very powerful though. I don't even need a spell slot to do that, Uzo. It is a pleasure to meet you, Rennie.
You too. I like that guy. He points at Uzo. He's weird.
You are correct. He is.
You have no idea how correct you are.
But that's not a bad thing.
Hey, do that again, Remy.
Okay, I'm not your monkey here to perform.
Oh my God! There's this guy that has a monkey. Monkeys are terrible.
Yes, if this place is anything like Waterdeep, they are mostly used to pick your pocket.
Yeah, I've heard of that. As he I don't have any money.
Oh.
What?
I don't have any money.
I just gave you the 3 pieces.
Didn't he just give you?
Oh,
I did. I dropped him in his hands afterwards. I pulled him from his ear and dropped him in his hands.
He doesn't have a pouch because he's 5 years old. He's not allowed to carry a money pouch.
Mm-hmm. You give that money to your mother and she'll tell you when you can spend it, okay?
Okay. And she just kind of, and he what if I'll just hold on to it for now, right now. And
don't worry. One day you'll grow big and strong and you can get a pouch license.
You little one remind me of someone I know. He is an extremely athletic and acrobatic sort. Are you as well? Can you do a cartwheel or a flip of some kind? If your mother allows it.
She nods and so there's not there's not a lot of room for that kind of stuff, but he is he's a halfling child, so he okay. You see in his mind he's thinking, to do this right I have to put the money down. But then he doesn't do it. So he's going to roll with disadvantage.
Oh.
I'm sure he can do it.
Money down.
I will hold that for you if you seem conflicted.
I'm watching very intently.
So disadvantage. So he's gets halfway through the perfect jump and roll. And then sort of at the last minute, drops the change to succeed in the roll very well. But the change is now going all over the tavern. He's like, I got it though. I got it. He runs and he makes his way to the door just as the door opens. And, he's like, oh, wow. And he grabs it and kind of hides around the corner. You see him hide behind the corner, and pretty deftly actually. As the door opens and Dagon Swiftbow walks in, he kind of looks around, totally misses the halfling child, sees you, and walks to the bar. Gives your table a nod and walks to the bar.
This is the part of the story that we didn't get to.
And I don't think we have time right now.
We are here to meet that man. Are you here for the time? Can we take care of this business and
Yeah, we live here.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, so I assume that you have safe shelter somewhere in case things get turned upside down.
Yeah.
They have a bad habit of getting a little bit chaotic around us.
Well, that means that my place is down here. Let me send Remy upstairs. And she just like gives a look, snaps her fingers, and he's like, and like runs, little tiny legs, runs up the stairs.
Pretty fast run.
Pretty, no, it was pretty slow actually. It was a lot of movement and a lot of, it was pretty slow. I mean, you're kind of like watching him go. That's a lot of leg movement. That's okay. Yep. Oh, he's at the stairs now. He's up, and it's just a lot of.
What I wouldn't give to have that sort of energy.
And
I watch him go, and I'm just staring where he disappeared.
And yeah, so we should definitely talk.
Yes, we should.
Yeah.
Uzo gets up from the table and he looks at I forget her name.
Winifred?
Winifred, I thought so. Wait a second. Sorry. Yeah, Winifred, and says, what a beautiful gift you have there. And as he says that, he kind of also turns to Remy and says it too as he slides out of the booth towards, what a beautiful gift you have, like all kinds of treasures inside Baldur's Gate. And he walks to Dagon.
And Winifred says, I'll be sitting over there if you need me. And she gets up and kind of, she doesn't take an actual, no, she goes and she sits down. So she's behind a table, but not like behind the table. She's in a position where she is obviously prepared to jump out at a moment's notice and protect the establishment. Uzo, you head to the bar, and Dagon has got an ale and is just kind of sipping it, looking ahead, and gives a little pat at the bar.
Does anybody else follow me, or is it just me walking up while you guys sit at the table?
I was gonna say when she goes off, she says, I'll be over here if you need me. I just try and say something and I can't, and I choke it back. Try and focus on what's going on and head over to the bar.
Because I did want to sort of like grab Remy in a kind of side to side as we walk to the bar, as we kind of meander. It says, did you know about this prior to Baldur's Gate? This is a lot to digest.
It is a lot to take in. No, the answer is no.
Okay, that changes the formula quite a bit. And I understand if you have conundrums about proceeding.
I have a lot to think about.
I will engage with Dagon, but feel free to interject as I veer off the wrong course.
If you'd like to. I was gonna...
Are you up for it?
No.
Oh.
No, I was going to suggest Ruckus speaking to this man. He's the one who spoke to Asmodeus.
And Uzo looks over to Ruckus. What is Ruckus doing right now?
I'm walking to Dagon.
So give me okay, this is what you guys do. So he goes in, gives you a quick little subtle nod that you pick up on, goes and sits at the bar, kind of taps here, and then three of you kind of walk over to the bar, and he's like, what are you doing? It's supposed to be subtle.
Yeah, I'm still sitting back at the table just watching this going.
It's
Could I have walked up subtly and ordered just a beer or the strongest thing or another drink?
yeah. I'm the only one here at the bar, and you three just approached me. Is actually he looks around and there's a couple of people, but they don't look like they are. Well, so he looks around. He sees a couple of decently dressed people. He has no idea. He's like, I don't know who I can trust and who we can't trust.
Uzo walks around the other side of him and touches him with his elbow as he kind of looks the opposite direction of the bar. And in awakened mind, he says, I have not said any words to you yet. No one knows why I'm here, but I will just be listening.
Okay. All right.
As Uzo looks straight ahead, but kind of peripherally listens.
If he are you saying? Oh, okay, that's it.
No. It's just him going like, okay, hold on, it's fine. Go sit down. Flynn's coming in. At the table.
At that table?
Yeah. At the table you were sitting at.
Totally.
Go back and sit down.
Got it. Well, thank you for your service. You've been a wonderful bartender. I'll just slam down 1 gold on the counter.
Uzo looks
I'll make my way.
left and right as if he can't get any service, and he puts his hands up and he walks back.
And
I just kind of walk following Uzo.
okay. Just glassy.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you glassy or is your mind like
My mind is going. Yeah.
racing? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The math definitely checks out.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm thinking about why we're here and what this now means for me.
Okay. And the door opens up and 2 individuals walk in. One of them an older gentleman with gray, pretty big gray beard, dressed in traveling coat. It is, traveling coat with pants. Looks like a merchant of some sort. Not well off, but not poor either. Sort of middle of the road. And behind him, a very obvious bodyguard. You see it's a pretty bulky human. Just by looking with your trained eyes, you tell that he's wearing an overly large shirt over some sort of armor with a long sword on his hip. And he goes and he sits at the other end of the bar as the gentleman with the gray beard walks over to your table. May I sit down?
Please. We have the space. Why not?
Certainly, be our guest. And I'm just like watching him intently because he may be here to help us, but he still works with Asmodeus, and I don't trust that.
And Uzo has one. He's listening peripherally, but not looking because he's looking at the bodyguard.
You looking at the bodyguard, you see him give a slight nod in acknowledgement to Winifred. Sort of like, fellow guard type of thing.
Okay.
Type of nod.
Who's next to me? Who can I touch and tell that to?
Probably Warren. Warren, you're right there. You can don't do that.
Touch yourself.
Wait.
I know what I said.
Ruckus is next to you.
And I just tell Ruckus, calmly, awakened mind, Winifred and the guard know each other.
So that's what that's like. As I say that in my head to you.
Be on guard.
Of course. Wait, quick thing. Is it like drama? They know each other?
No,
Or
they
is it,
are.
oh, okay.
They are friendly.
Wait, like how friendly?
So,
Stop.
Okay, got it. Yes, focusing.
Uzo, you got that it was a professional courtesy
Yeah.
of saying, "I'm not here to cause trouble."
I share that. Yep.
Yeah. And he speaks in a low voice at the table, just trying to. You finally made it. Very, very good. Actually, your timing could, I suppose, not be better.
Really?
Yeah. The first
Yes.
person told us our timing was terrible.
We have learned new information recently. Good news and bad news, I suppose, is the way about it. So,
That tends to be the way of it, yes.
the good news.
No. Bad and then good.
Bad news.
Wait. Emmanuel, yes. Bad and then good.
Bad news is they're badasses. The good news is the two individuals who lead the Waterdeep cult have been seen in Baldur's Gate.
Yes. Where?
That also takes me out as well when I hear that. Are these the ones that poisoned all those children?
Yes, we believe so.
Not that we need proof, but just out of curiosity, did you have any that you knew it was these two that did poison all of them? You can also...
Hearing that, Uzo still staring.
Say, yeah. Well, as much as our intelligence has told us, yes, these two are the ones that did it.
Good enough for me.
He arches a brow, but still stares at the other bodyguard. Uzo does.
But where are they?
And who are they?
The who is they are Olorin Callum and Kirsten Langdon.
Just spell that for me, please.
Olorin is Olorin. Last name is Callum, Callum. Kirsten, Kirsten. Langdon, Langon. There's a D in there somewhere. Gdon.
The Tolkien nerd in me is very thrilled about Aloran. Thank you.
It is actually in a previous campaign, it was one of the PCs. So he was the only snow elf left in existence. And
interesting.
yes.
Yeah, Aloran is Gandalf's true name.
Nice.
Tolkien nerd. Major Tolkien nerd.
Popular now.
It's better than Captain Reptox.
Okay, so so the good news is they are here, and the opportunity to wipe out pretty much the entire cult on the Sword Coast if this happens. The bad news is they are probably next to the Von Keens, which means that it's extra dangerous.
Good. We need some dramatic weight. I'm sure we are more than capable enough to handle that, whatever they throw our way.
Really? Do you remember? Do you remember the Castellanters or not?
I do, but do you remember how strong we were then? How strong we are now?
Do you remember how badly we got our asses kicked?
Also, we hopefully will have the element of surprise. Do you know anything else about them? Any weaknesses? Something that could give us an opening?
I would definitely start with stabbing them.
Good.
Right.
Awesome.
Yes. Who are these people live with?
So, Drakkar Von Keen and Nora Von Keen run the Mammon cult here in Baldur's Gate. Because of the cult and the greed that it inspires, their structure is set up where there is always two in charge. I believe we have found out what happens when those two are married together. There is much less of a
balance, a check and a balance, perhaps?
Yes, there is less checks and balances and more greed squared, if you will. We know where their estate is in the upper city, and we believe that they have some sort of temple somewhere on premises where they commune. We need you to infiltrate the estate under secrecy.
Yeah.
And ideally, kill almost everyone inside.
Almost. Why almost?
Well, you need someone to torture.
I have problems with that sentence, Ruckus.
I understand.
I also would. Not everybody that works at the estate is a bad person. Not everyone has pledged their soul. We have people we hire, our cooks, to clean, to cook. They are hired individuals. They should not be collateral damage.
Well, once the chaos begins, whoever sticks around takes their lives into their own hands.
We will not kill them. We will not kill them.
We do our absolute utmost to avoid any sort of collateral damage.
I will not sully my vengeance with people, with innocent people. Is there any way we can ask them if they devoted? Will they? I mean, I just want something that definitively that will tell us who is devoted and who is not, because I only wish to wrong those who have wronged me.
How about we just wait until everyone who's meaning to attack us attacks us? Then we will clearly know.
Yes, that we have actually instructed our staff.
That was a spider. I'm sorry.
Who don't always know what we do, obviously. We have instructed them if an incursion is to happen to raise the alarm and run. We expect, although we can't be certain, that they might have taken those same steps.
Well, and if we are able to find this temple where they're communing and find them at a time that they are communing, the chances are very low that anyone in that building will be innocent.
I'm sure if you do find the temple, anyone in the temple.
Yeah, that's a good start.
That's and that is what I would prefer to do, so we don't have accidents.
Now, here is the trick. We need to get you into the upper city, and you need to do this and not be caught, not have anyone know that you were ever there.
I believe we can make the proper preparations for that.
Not so fast, Rakis.
You're saying that...
As he still looks ahead, what happens if we are caught in this incursion?
We will do our best to pay your fines or bribes if necessary. You will have to somehow get a message to us.
I can handle that part.
If you're close by.
We're not going to be close by.
Enough.
I can get a message anywhere. Sending is a hell of a spell, my friend.
I never read. It's on me.
I know.
I have lived in urban areas long enough to understand that sometimes these political games use fodder to secure their own objectives. What confidence do we have that you are not using us to enact some vengeance, or basically throw us to the wolves and then disavow us later.
I am just following the deal that your patron has made.
And he breaks his gaze to look over. And then he looks to Ruckus and he shrugs.
It is quite funny if you think about it.
Good
To
enough for me.
To beat a cult, you have to have faith.
Very
And-
ironic.
Being the smartest one here, clearly. I believe I have enough faith for all of us. Whether we are caught or not, we can fight tooth and nail to get what we want.
So here's my question, sir. Is there some? I imagine we won't be able to get out of the upper city because we would need to do this at a time when passage between the two cities would be very difficult. I would imagine. And if that's the case, is there somewhere that we can use to lay low for the night until the following morning?
A staging area, yeah.
Yes. In fact, well, are you ready to? Here. Yes, we have our own estate there that we have, well, prepared. And we have prepared for overnight visitation by you. So you will have tokens that allow you to pass through the gate and return the following day. They are magic tokens. However, we have designed them so they are not traceable. So they will function. You will check in and you will check out. But once you're in the city, they won't be able to track you by them.
If they detect magic or anything like that on them while we enter, is there any chance they can tell that that's what they do? Thinking preemptively. Tell me if it's too much.
If you handshake with the gold piece, you probably won't have a problem.
Oh yeah.
One
Makes sense.
city is just like the next.
I defer to
People-
your knowledge. I defer to your knowledge of the urban sprawl. It's not exactly my area of expertise, but if a gilded handshake is what will get us through without being looked at a second time, then so be it.
They are active to enter tomorrow, anytime between sunup and sundown,
That narrows it down.
and they are actually good for 3 days.
I think we
I
should.
hope you don't need 3 days.
I think we should enter at first sun because
I was
we
about to
might
say.
need every minute of those 3 days. Andraste?
Is there some particular reason why you don't want it to take 3 days? We've already been delayed by a week from when you thought we would be here.
And I kind of slam my hand on the table. And we've already been delayed further beyond that point. We have the element of surprise now. We lose this, we don't get it back.
I'm gonna reach over and put a hand on one of his shoulders and be like, Ruckus,
I do the other one, yeah.
we
It was like a medium slam, but also, yeah, but yes.
Ruckus, if we run in and don't have a plan and don't have a good way of doing things, we will die. And it will be horrible.
Noted. What
Perhaps
are we
someone
missing?
will have your head taxidermied on their wall.
So let's try to avoid that. I understand that you are impatient because we have already spent a long time getting here. I completely understand. I also want us to handle this intelligently, which is your forte, and wisely, which is mine.
Said that hesitantly.
You know exactly why.
Also, when Remy pointed out my head on a wall, I said, he doesn't mean that. And I kind of petted Harabaz's head.
Uzo grabs Ruckus's shoulder and kind of lets go, and he says, revenge is only good if you're alive to gloat about it. I don't intend to fall behind the city walls.
I'm
Neither
aware.
should you. We need you. And he looks to Ruckus and then kind of glances over to Remy. We need you to be thinking clearly, because we need you on top of your game.
Of course.
My eyes kind of dart to Andraste.
You
And
get,
I just let's turn and look at him very calmly, then turn back.
I will be perfectly fine. The point here is not to die. Yes.
Yeah, ideally, you continue to make progress and don't let anyone that okay, you may not want to save anyone, because if they raise the alarm, you'll have the guard on you, the watch.
No one here for revenge. They all must die if you're going to do this, Ruckus.
Repeat what you said, but yes.
No one here to avenge what we are going to do. We kill everyone in there. So no one comes looking for you as you have come looking for them.
Except the innocent ones, I guess?
Yes,
We
of
stay-
course.
No
You're gonna have-
witnesses.
Yeah,
Okay, what was the first
No.
half of that then?
I think I
Witnesses.
spoke earlier.
No.
No one should be able to identify us. So we do this stealthy to minimize the damage.
Yes.
We don't want people to see us. But if we are seen out of place, what must be done must be done.
Then let's handle this as intelligently as possible and as
I ag-
quietly as possible, because I will not kill an innocent.
I agree. We should think it through.
I don't like killing an innocent. I'm trying to kill other people.
That's right.
It distracts me from my goal.
Those innocents likely would have no grudge against us for taking out their masters, who are likely terrible to them. This is Baldur's Gate, and they are a cult after all. I don't think that they will begrudge us. However, if there's any members of the family catch word of who did this, they will come for us.
Then
Yeah.
hopefully it won't come to killing too many civilians, I guess.
Let's not plan to go on a murder spree with civilians. After all, we are going into a cultist establishment. I am of the belief that everyone there knows full well what the risks and rewards of such behaviors are.
Our friend
But
here said our friend here said himself that even in his own estate, there are people who don't know what they do.
That is fair. But I will not risk our safety in the immediacy or long term. Let's plan intelligently, make sure we are not seen, maybe knock some people out preemptively, but I will not expend energy to chase down someone. We are here for our
Reconnaissance, then.
singular mission. Yes,
Yes?
yes.
And I'll let
Small-
nothing stand in our way. Sorry, go on.
It's okay. Small and stealthy is my thing. I can scout. I
We
report
can.
them. I also have an owl.
Right.
Yes, every bit of information that you can get us before we go walking in would be unspeakably valuable.
I will see if we can't have people. Once you go in, I'll see if we can't get anyone to catch anyone innocent who leaves and stop them from raising an alarm.
Stop them without killing them.
Yes.
Uzo
insight
shoots
that.
Flynn a look, and the look is, do what's necessary.
And I'm just giving Uzo the
Yep.
Can I insight that? Or, I mean, I guess we already know.
I would like to insight Flynn's promise on that.
Go ahead.
Yay! Hold on, wait. I figured out a new way to add it all together.
I was going to ask him about the contract anyways. Whenever we're ready.
Sweet. It's 12.
As far as you can tell, he's being sincere.
All right. I mean, I don't trust him because of who he is and who he works for, but I'm settled back a little.
If we're still, is Awakened Mind still on me, Warren?
Oh yeah, I'm still touching you.
Okay.
I'll whisper just one thing in my mind. What do you think we need other than the information, before we move forward?
I think we should find out about so everyone just watches me turn and have an eye to eye with Ruckus.
All right, I forgot.
Remy's seen that before.
I think we need to find out where we are going to first encounter resistance, but also, more than anything, and maybe it is you who needs to talk to it, we should not delay. He said we should not delay in taking action for what's necessary. As he kind of like to Andraste.
I'll be, in my mind, I agree, but this has to be unanimous. All in the right mind and all.
This is your party. I will follow. And he lets go, and he just kind of leans back into the table.
Before he lets go, I say, Captain. And stop.
So Flynn kind of like watches you guys have that conversation and looks to Andraste, who is, giving him a little stink eye, a little of that I don't trust you look, and he gives you a nod and says, I admit all of this is quite strange. But the war in Avernus is suffering because of the war here. So we would like this done, and that whoever it is that is imprisoned is powerful and also wants this done.
And what do we get out of this? What is in this contract for the Foxy Irregulars?
Mr. This one, as he points to Ruckus, the unfortunate errors in his situation have been corrected, as well as the promise of entrapment of Tiamat on the 3rd level of hell.
Doesn't sound like anything we get.
Yeah.
Sounds to me like this is what gods get.
We either do it.
Labels.
Point
I know this man, and he needs to be well compensated if he's going to get his hands dirty.
Yes. Death does not scare me, so we either do this for something, or I die for nothing.
I just give him the dirtiest look you can possibly imagine.
Yeah,
He's done it before. He will do it again.
Uzo looks over, shaking his head negatively.
Our coffers have been depleted. Any items, no doubt they have magic items in there. Any items they have in there are yours.
They are the cult that serves greed. That seems fairly likely that there will be spoils for the taking for those who want such things.
And right up my alley.
Their champions, no doubt, as well, have plenty of weapons and items. What say you, Ruckus?
This is going to be good. One-liner, that's what I say.
Very well. We leave tomorrow morning.
Well, I'm going to look around kind of make an eye with everyone, almost implying, "Will we?" And kind of an asking, not like a passive thing.
Uzo
That would tone
gives
in real life.
a very deliberate yes nod.
Strange times make for very strange bedfellows. And while our end purposes probably do not align, sir, for the moment, I'll bring the light into this darkness. Why not? And I'll look over at Ruckus and say, and for you, I would stand with you to the end, Guador.
Hopefully it won't be hours.
I'd really prefer it not to be, but to the end.
Very well. As he reaches into a pouch and he sets down. Actually, he sets down the pouch. There are 4 coins in this pouch. Present them to the guards at Baldur's Gate with a gold for each of you. You should have no problems, no questions. Say you are going to visit the Flynn family.
If they ask why,
Tell them none of their business.
And
And give them another gold piece.
and a gilded handshake ensures that it's none of their business.
I've missed being able to say that. With money, through money, not just as a rude individual. Anyway, thank you for your help. But also, do you think you'd be able to find even one piece of information before we enter tomorrow? Anything could help. Give it some time if you need.
Well, I mean, if it's any bar like ours, be prepared for guard dogs, for guards, for clerics, for magic users, for fighters.
Yeah, assumed it. Thank you. You've been great.
Good thing we have some of those on our side. As he kind of taps your bag of holding.
Yes.
Wait, yeah.
Ruckus, he
My
just
bag
comes
or-
out. Yes, your bag.
Oh, okay.
Ruckus.
It's tricks. It's bag of tricks.
Bag of
He
tricks.
has bag of tricks. I have bag of holding.
Taps the bag of tricks.
Come on, man. I'm kidding. Oh, right. Yeah. Ton of things we're gonna throw their way. You don't know if I mean that literally. Kind of, and then the smile fades and it kind of mad dogs a little.
Very well. Inside the bag, take it out before you get there, memorize it, and then burn it. Is the address of the house.
Yes, I will definitely memorize that.
So who should hold on to this until we depart?
Yeah, I'm already sliding it to Andraste.
Yeah, and I'm already reaching for it. And just like look over to Uzo and said, was that even actually a question?
Okay. And he stands up. He goes, good luck. Thank you.
We'll do our part.
And he walks out, followed by the guard. And a couple of minutes later, you kind of all just sit there, sort of watching. Dagon gets up, gives a nod over the table, and walks out.
Is there a bartender here still?
Yeah, there's a bartender. There are 2 patrons who are watching, but in mostly just in the sense of this is just fucking weird. Like, what's this? What's with the cloak and dagger shit? You know?
In Baldur's Gate, what's with the cloak and dagger shit? Really?
Yep, you hear about it a lot. You don't always see it. All right, so I think right now is a great place for us to take a break. And I want to, before we come back, Stilba, an hour ago, gave us 500 bits for Uzo's snake.
Oh dear God!
How romantic.
One. Yeah. Thank you so
Uzo's
much.
Snake emoji. So thank you, Stilba. Hey, we're going to do a giveaway. We're going to do a Gale Force 9 card deck of your choice because we triggered the boy last Tuesday. Just looking at the screen, like our sub goal is getting up there too. So thank you guys for all of that. Hashtag chaos in the chat.
Do it.
To win a Gale Force 9 deck of your choice. It is all set up, I believe so, and hopefully Nightbot doesn't crash.
So I love you.
What's the over under on that?
It's pretty good so far.
All right. So, okay. All right. We'll be right back.
Hashtag chaos. Do it, chat. Hashtag chaos. Do it. No, not crash, man. Hashtag chaos.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Quest and Chaos.
Yeah, that's who we are.
Thank you for subscribing, following. Remember, if you have Twitch Prime, it resets every month. Amy, you have to resub. No, that goes for everybody, actually. I don't have Twitch Prime. Amy has Twitch Prime and wears the pants in the house. So that's...
Why is anyone wearing pants in the house when it's this hot?
Yeah.
But who?
I did it
Especially
for
with
you guys
everything's
tonight.
virtual. I need pants.
I didn't have any pants on at all last night. The entire time.
I completely believe that because you were mostly in VR the whole time. You didn't need pants.
At some point, I had to put on something because I just wasn't comfortable with working with that few articles of clothing on me. But yeah.
Too many jumping jacks. I get it. I totally feel it.
All right, so we have 500 more bits from the Mighty Meeple.
Thank you so
For
much.
Ruckus, because Ruckus always needs it.
Thank you.
That's true. Fair.
True.
Oh, it's the same as before.
Yes. And
Sweet.
And we have 500 bits for me from Stilba for keeping the players on their toes.
Dude, what?
Boy, ain't that the truth. We're freaking on point at the moment, just dancing around.
Remy has a kid keeping me on my toes. God damn.
dropping a fireball on your head with that one.
I am over here during the break. I'm like trying to get a snack, use the bathroom. I'm out of quarantine snacks. I'm over here eating bread, oil, and balsamic vinegar like some madman adult. Like, what is it?
Get burrata. It's the only thing that will save that.
Mate, you need Oreos. You need an Oreo delivery like stat.
Oh,
no,
God.
that burrata though. Seriously.
Lauren changed my life.
So I don't know who this one is for, but Tamago Tora 500 bits to see some child support payments.
That's got to be for Remy then.
Oh yeah.
He's got a roll. Does that come out of the bar automatically?
No, that's his
upkeep?
personal. That's his personal stuff.
That's his business establishment. They would wouldn't
not
they
just
what they
his.
call it? It doesn't matter. His name is on it.
You got to you see. You have to take a draw. Then the draw is taxed, and then you have to do child support payments, and then that is taxed.
If Maman kills us, that kid gets your ship.
That kid is
Yeah, I was about to say, we don't know that Remy's going to live long enough to provide any kind of payment. So we'll see what happens.
So, Aaron, I gave that to you guys.
Yes.
All right.
14.
All right. So you are at the bar. You are there sitting. Andraste has a bottle of something that smells very potent and awful in front of her. Your drinks are empty. And through all of that, you're like, oh, it's like eating popcorn. She's like, oh, drink. Anyway.
No, I have not drunk the entire bottle. I've had one, maybe 2 shots.
Okay. What would you guys like to do now? Winifred is kind of sitting in the corner, a little lost in thought.
I need to speak to you guys.
Yeah, I feel like we all have a lot to talk about.
Okay.
Yes. Where are we staying tonight?
I thought here.
I think we're staying here, and in the morning we go to the Flynn Estate.
Okay, let's get a couple of rooms, if we can.
Okay.
And then let's meet in one of those rooms and talk.
Yes.
Sounds fair enough. How many rooms do we need? And I'm just looking at, giving Remy a very calm look.
4.
I say 2. We need to be on our guard.
I
Cover each other's backs in the night.
I need my space right now. If you want to double up, that's fine, but I need my space. I'm sorry.
Fair enough. I can respect that.
Do you want me to go talk to them about the rooms? I can do that.
Thank you.
Sure. And I'm gonna get up and go over to the Gentha. All right.
Yep.
Go over and then talk to Gentha.
Oh. So, what else can I get you?
We were actually hoping that you had rooms for the night.
Oh, well, we certainly do. She's 2, 3, 4?
4.
Oh, very good. We do 4 rooms, 2 gold pieces, and that'll include another round.
Fantastic. And I'll pull out the 2 gold and hand it to her. Thank you very much. And I'll go ahead and collect the drinks because I think we all need them.
So she hands out the drinks. You walk back to the table. She comes by very shortly after you get to the table and drops 4 keys down. The rooms are numbered on the back. Yes. Breakfast in the morning as well.
Thank you very much.
Is it served too early like all other establishments?
It's made to order when you come down.
Oh, perfect. That's amazing.
Checkout's at 11, so before then.
Okay, so yes, that's what I meant by early.
We do have business, so getting on the move before 11 is probably wise anyway.
Fair enough. I just feel like I'm a noon guy, and no one's addressed that yet. Anyway, yes, we would like... Oh, wait, no, I'm not even there. I'm so sorry.
No, you are there. You're all back.
He's at the
I thought it
table.
was
He
just...
dropped the thing at the table. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was
just... I came back to the table with the drinks, passed them around, and then Jamtha came by with the keys and dropped them off and told us about breakfast. So yes, we are all there.
Well, confused as I am, Ruckus is going to be affected by it, and I'm just going to say mid-conversation, he's like, wait. And he just stopped. He's just going to go into deep computation. Continue.
And that's our friend, the perpetually confused pigeon.
What time is...
Sorry, Gentha taps the table and is away.
All right.
You want to talk to her?
I wanted to find out what time daybreak was in Baldur's Gate.
It is about 8:30ish.
Could you perhaps ready some light meals for us around 7? And we will grab them to go and be on our way.
Certainly, yeah. I can make up some sandwiches.
Thank you.
Okay. She goes back behind the bar.
If I wake, I sleep until like 10:30. I can
Just
order a meal
staring into
and
my
get out by 11.
drink.
Winifred actually gets up and goes to the bar and just is kind of sitting there, purposely giving you space, so that she's not, eavesdropping.
Should we take this up to the rooms? I don't know how to deal with this. In all honesty, this is bigger than...
Let's go up to one of the rooms. Let's go talk up there.
Put a hand like on the table near him. Well, for one thing, you damn sure need another drink, whether to celebrate or to calm down.
Okay, but can you order it? Not for me. Don't say it's for me. That way she doesn't think I'm an alcoholic.
I just kind of chop. Alcohol me.
And you just see those two the two halflings share a look at the bar, and Gentha brings another beer over.
Yeah, just beer.
That'd be a good one.
And hands it to you, Ruckus.
Thank you. The customer's always right. Here you go. I'll give him another gold.
All right. Very well.
I'll slide the drink over to Remy. Wait, no, not yet. I thought she was leaving.
Gentha did leave, and then you slid the beer over. And as soon as you did it, you're like, "Oh, I was not supposed to do that."
Uzo reaches over and grabs it. Says, "Thank you very much." As he gets up from the table and starts to walk upstairs.
Nice.
Excellent, Ruckus. You performed beautifully.
I'll collect my bottle and glass and follow Uzo.
Perfect. You guys make your way up the stairs. There are a number of rooms up here.
Looks at his key to try to find which one is his.
it's the numbers match. So you just have to find the number on the door that matches the number on the key.
I did ask who wants to room with me.
That does not matter apparently because we have our own rooms. Thank you, Andraste. Let's congregate in mine.
All right.
All right.
Oh,
Lead the way.
all right.
I'm still downstairs after they leave. Just for a moment. And I go over to Winifred. Winnie,
Yeah.
this is all a lot, but I need to hear it.
What do you need to hear?
That Remy is my son.
He is. I didn't know when you left, though, at the time. It was maybe started showing a couple months after you left. That's, yeah. It wasn't easy. But it's honestly one of the best things that could have happened. And knowing you're alive is the second best thing that could have happened.
Does he hate me? Does he hate me?
No. No, he doesn't. And I think if he gets to know you, he's definitely not going to.
I'm so sorry. I should have been there. I should have found my way back. I didn't.
Yes, yes, you should have. But look. I hope that we'll have more time to rebuild.
You don't know who I am now. I could die today, tomorrow, very easily. We jump in front of danger. Literal boulders would we hurl ourselves in front of.
That sounds stupid.
Indeed. By literal, I mean metaphorically, of course.
There's a
Right.
passive-aggressive sneeze you hear.
As you hear Ruckus going up the stairs, who's bunking with me?
I am Remy the Fox now. This is what they call me.
So 2 Remys, huh? Might have to. He's getting older. Maybe we call him by his full name. Well, now that I think about it, he's Remington. So maybe that's not. Maybe
It's
that wasn't the best
perfect.
choice.
It's perfect. But for his last name to be Remington.
Well, it's not at the moment, but could be, right?
Hmm. I need to talk with them. Will you be here? Can I come back and speak
Yeah.
with you later?
I'd like that.
We go to danger and possible death tomorrow.
It's Baldur's Gate. We all do that every day.
Thank you. I will call upon you as soon as I can.
Give me a perception check. Or actually an insight check.
It's a strong 7. Can I spend 2 on it?
I was about to say.
There they are.
Thank you, thank you.
Erasing.
There it is.
Well, it's not a naming.
God
It's
damn
not
it.
a name. We got to come up with a name for that.
You're amazingly consistent.
I've done that twice now today.
So that's it. Nothing to.
Thank you.
I'll be here after you talk to your friends.
Thank you.
The owl is still at the bar, right? Would that be an advantage
No,
for
unfortunately.
perception?
It's like the same role.
Well, this was
On
insight.
an insight check, not so much.
Well, you can,
I would love to see the owl just attack the woman, just so you could be like, "What's she thinking? What the hell?"
Aaron, you beat me to that specific joke. By the way.
Oh,
No, it's
great minds.
terrible.
You guys,
minds.
you guys have been hanging out too long together.
Yeah, it's too much.
I saw Aaron yesterday or the day before.
And I got
Yesterday.
yeah. I
Yeah.
think I don't know. The days are a blur. Yes, I believe. Yes, it was Monday, and we got plans coming up.
Yes.
You guys know, but
I mean, he was behind a mask and everything. So, did I really see him?
Sure, you were physically in his presence.
but I had like the hole cut out so I could breathe comfortably through my nose and mouth.
Are any of us really here? Man?
Say psych right
Psych.
now.
It's like Winona Ryder in a crocheted mask. All right. Oh no, that was not.
Alyssa
Winona.
Milano, was it? Yeah.
I'm trying to remember.
Okay. All right.
I think I saw that.
Okay.
Thank you. And I head up and I get to the stairs and I look back and see if she's looking.
She is, and she just kind of says, he doesn't know. I mean, there are halflings that come here all the time. So when you're ready to let him know, we can do that.
Thank you. We'll talk after in a bit.
Okay.
And I hurriedly head back up. Get to the door.
Well, halfling legs go up the stairs.
Either
And
a
I
child
get-
or our captain.
Hard to call.
It's okay. I knock on Uzo's door.
It's open. It's cracked. Yeah. Hey.
I come in, trying to right myself a little bit. Thank you.
Uzo nods and looks around at the team as if, is he going to be the first one to say something?
Did we shut the door?
Mhm.
Okay.
Behind me.
So who wants to start? Who's got the first thing on their mind? Let's say that. Because I'm sure we all are dying to say something.
Ruckus. Okay.
I
Please.
think there's rather a lot to be said, but all in due time.
Listen, I don't mean it to really poke and prod, but if we all have something we need to talk about, who would like to speak first?
I was going to marry her. I wanted to. My ship was taken. I became the pirate. It's hard for pirates to make port. She wouldn't have accepted me anyways.
Why do you say that?
Already, she didn't like me going and sailing. Being so far for so long, it was taxing. Then to learn I was a pirate.
Well, I'm sure it was taxing on the relationship, but it seems at this point in time, she sees you in a different light.
I'm sure she does.
At least that's the sense I got.
I don't know in what light she sees me, but I do know that that is my son. I didn't know. I swear to you, I didn't know.
That's. You are not on trial, Remy, and I believe you. I am worried now about our focus on the project at hand. Understandable, very understandable, to have this news brought to you and to give you a second doubt about your current course. So I just want to make sure, no matter what choice you have, that you are committed to it.
I'm an irregular. We have enemies. We have foes. Mountains of them. I mean, what's the likelihood one of their blades will find my soft squishy bits? What's the
Lower
chance
by the
that?
day.
And if I stay, if I go, if I go tomorrow with you, what changes in that boy's life? Nothing. If I die, nothing. He did not know his father. He would not know his father, and maybe his mother could tell him that one time you met him. He did magic. He made you smile.
You have left, in the short period of time, an immense impression on the child, and also on Winifred, in both instances. I want to ensure that you have the opportunity to connect with them again, and he is not being told lore about you. I guess what I'm looking for, Remy, is solid. Are you distracted? And what would it take to resolve your focus?
If I knew that, I would not have a problem with it.
Yeah, that's kind of a loaded question.
It's what is it cliche to say I do this last job and then I'm done, or do I not worry about it and throw my life into danger? What difference could I make in that child's life?
I think
You,
you could.
Uzo, you grew up an orphan.
Yes.
Ruckus, you lost your family. As did Androste. I do not want my contribution to only be a smile and a magic trick to that boy's life. I do not bear the thought. So yes, Uzo, I am sorry. I am conflicted. I do not know what I need to do. Sorry.
Does more
You're-
time. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Does more time before we advance help you with your decision? That is the only reason I would delay.
Before you answer, Remy, I think you should consider this. Maybe we take a day to case the outskirts. But these stones work for 3 days.
It is a good idea. I suggest I do not think using a whole day for reconnaissance is necessary, and waste not, want not. It would be foolish to shorten our window unnecessarily.
And I hate to be the one to say it, but quite frankly, Remy's the best one suited for the reconnaissance. None of us are as quiet as he is.
And I spent years in the city environment. I'm very familiar with how to sneak about it. But I will give you this, at the very least. Up to the point of going into that building and facing them, just give me that much time. I am with you always. I just need to know, I need to process what this means now. Me throwing my life into such hazards. Is that all right?
So, what do you need? What
Just,
are you asking for?
just give me time to decide if I... Damn it, Androsa, I don't know what to do.
Are you saying we are going to advance until a certain point, and at which point you either will decide to stay with us or go back to little Remy Jr.?
I cannot.
Not to incentivize, but a solid night's sleep is good for everyone to rest and think about things. And then, when we wake up at first break and have breakfast and think things through, we might want to reconsider the course of action for a temporary period of time. Or maybe you use this as an opportunity to clean up the streets of Baldur's Gate for your newfound offspring.
And if it's any consolation to anyone in the group, you've seen that I've thrown my life away and will willingly throw my life away for your goals. I will happily, without a thought, do it for mine and for you right now, because I know all of us, I have faith that we will make it. You will see your son on the other side, and you'll create a better, safer place for him to grow up in. Again, a message to all of us.
That's true. Thank you. Both of you. Thank you. I have the ability to stop a war in his home. The opportunity to do so as well. And how many other mothers are widowed due to it? This terrible war being fought here in Baldur's Gate. His future his life.
I think it is a universal thing with parents that they want to be able to leave a better world for their children. You can do so very directly with us.
And that is something worth fighting for, I think. Something worth dying for. And maybe, if that happens, his mother will tell him. His father died, creating a better place for him.
Well, for what it's worth,
That's
the only way that you're going to die is literally over my dead body. Very literally. You're going to get back to your son.
let's just call that the backup plan then.
And
you
plan,
agree,
plan
Cappy?
F, perhaps.
Do you agree, Cappy?
I'll look up at him. A little smirk. I do. Always
Good.
would have a backup plan.
The book that you intend for your son to read about your heroism at the expense of your life will have to be filed in the fiction section.
It'll
Clearly.
be right next to yours then.
Uh,
Yeah, Dr. Slade of some sort. So,
okay.
Fair enough.
what were you gonna say, Uzo?
It's fiction because he's going to survive. Hit it right on the head. My book is in the documentary section of the library, but
You know I
Re-
can read it, right? So no.
Remy tells lies too. Even in the tale to his son, he's going to be a secondary character to my heroism. He's going to help assist me in some brave act, right? Don't get it in your head otherwise. That is
Sure.
how it's going to happen tomorrow.
Also, did anyone else laugh their ass off when Remy said he didn't know? Of course you didn't know. We've been with you for 3 months. I feel like we've met enough of your personality at this point to understand you would have been there if you could. Dramatic.
You know, a sailor's life is told in tales among port villages, so I would have guessed, but I would have assumed that you have known also. If I was a gambling man.
Well,
I've
that's
been
just-
holding this flame for a long time. So. Anyhow, we should talk about tomorrow. We should talk about.
So, from what I'm understanding, these coins and the Gilded Handshake will get us through the gate and back out once. So, once we're in there, we're in there. If I think I'm understanding that correctly, which means that we have 3 days from when we go in until they run out. But we can't come and go.
Then maybe we should make a stop at that shop again? Possibly do they have 3 more robes that we could all borrow for a day? Rent and or never give back? I'm just trying to say, I have the robe of the shifting, the color, and maybe we could all get our hands on it. I feel like it would help us sneak in, except for Remy. It's kind of up to you on that one.
How much was it?
It's like 100 gold. I got like 400 left. I can buy them all.
I mean,
I don't
really-
want to, and nor am I going to, but I could, theoretically.
I mean, really, the only thing that cloak does, from what I heard, is turn different colors of a cloak. Yes?
Yeah. Yes, but let's say
So-
we see a cultist with a cloak.
Yes, but it only changes color. Don't they usually have some sort of inscription on them?
So
Some sort of
it
design?
Let me read it.
will actually mimic any cloak. So it could mimic the look of Remy's cloak, but not the functionality. It could mimic the cloak of the Montebac, but not the functionality. But it would look like it. And a cultist's cloak, if they had one.
Oh. If they had one. Well,
You
it's an idea.
don't think that cultists are wearing descriptive clothing
Right, because what was Flynn wearing when he came in? Because I think he's our best example of what a cultist or a Dagon. They were dressed in very nondescript clothes. Did we see any like emblems on them of the cult?
No, you did not.
Well, that's out the window. I'm fine with it. Any other plans?
I mean, reconnaissance for sure. We get in, we have a look. I think, Ruckus, it might be best if you stay, or if everyone stays. I don't know.
Maybe separate, but we'd be within like a 30-foot range of each other.
That's fair.
I think being in close range and proximity might help us. Also, I'm not planning on wearing my armor right now. Just normal clothing and this cloak and a hat full of rats. 3 rats. And I have a remember? Yeah, no, I looked at my inventory. I have a hat of rats, hat of vermin, and this cloak. And the bag is rustling at my hip. Casually rustling. I pet it every now and then.
Ruckus, you genius. The bag of vermin in the location we're going, a bag of vermin or an infestation problem might cause a bit of a ruckus. Serve as a decent distraction.
Absolutely.
To me, ruckus. No, I hate that too.
Now all we have to do is go up there and find out how to best use that.
Yes, and all of the information that we can get from this is going to be valuable. So, reconnaissance, I agree, is the name of the game. I mean, maybe it doesn't take a whole day. Maybe we go up tomorrow morning and we're able to go in tomorrow night. Maybe we'll find out that much information that quickly. I would love that. I would prefer that. But he said that there was a temple on the grounds. I don't know if they go in every night for communion, if they go in every day. That may take a longer reconnaissance to figure out the patterns.
We should try and find a person of importance that works along those lines. Maybe I could impersonate them for an hour, if need be.
Yes. That is a very good idea.
I told you I'd be playing it more cleverly. But if there's a boulder, somebody stop me.
Oh my God.
I will stop you. I will beat you up if you try that.
Classic me.
We find somebody who looks like they are important, who gains access to the facilities. You turn into them and match their wardrobe.
And then when it comes to speaking, what does Ruckus do?
He says nothing.
Do Australian. No, actually, I can replicate the voice perfectly with Alter Self. I might have glitched out with the Australian thing because I didn't recall him. It seems in Jensen's disease is its own pandemic, but I am trying to remember.
The less you say, the better.
Well, and here's a thought. Here's a thought. Maybe we're looking at it the wrong way. We don't have him impersonate someone important. We have him impersonate someone who is so unimportant that he won't be noticed. Someone who works in the scullery, someone who is in the laundry, someone who is so beneath notice that they can be almost invisible.
Well, not that beneath, but yes,
the more beneath that you are, the more invisible that you are, and I prefer that if you're going in.
And Ruckus, how many times can you change your form once you've cast the spell?
Well, my gem in my forehead casts up to 3 levels. So I can do it 3 times. I have 3 hours of transformation.
Yes, but can you, for instance, transform yourself into something and a minute later transform yourself into something else?
I believe so. It doesn't say there's a recall time. It just says alter self for an hour, and with 1 in my head, 2 level 2 spells, I should be able to maintain that, like one after the other. Hopefully they turn their back dramatically and cinematically in time, so that way I can shift behind them, maybe while they're opening a door or fidgeting with some sort of lock. I'm just guessing, but that's my plan.
Going to agree that whoever we decide that Ruckus imitates is probably not a good person worth sparing.
Unless he's working to be beneath notice, in which case it's one of the people who's hired who doesn't know what they're doing.
And I feel like that goes without speaking.
We want him.
Apparently, it does need to be said.
We want him to be a cultist, right?
That's what my assumption was.
Not necessarily. If he
I
goes,
thought
if he goes in as one of the servants, he can be anywhere and not be noticed.
I'm sure there's lesser cultists with more access to the area than
if we need
servants.
to find a servant, we will find a servant. But my impression is
Oh, yeah.
that to gain access, because a servant might not be able to go everywhere, we will find whoever we need to find. But if it is a cultist, I would much rather this person not wake up or do anything in the middle of a ruckus disguise. They've picked their path in life.
Is it? I don't want to steal something from the chat, but I got a really good idea off the chat. It's kind of, it eluded us all, but should I? I'm going to give credit. Okay. Still, but thank you. Can we pay them off? Who can we pay off? Like of that in the entrance. This is just me asking.
I imagine part of our reconnaissance could be figuring something like that out and seeing. I mean, in Baldur's Gate, gold talks and speaks very loudly, and we have gold. And if the more people that we can A, get off the premises, and B, find out information from, the better off we'll be.
I don't want to be wandering around either as a pirate in the higher city. I don't think it'll be good to look like a ruffian. What I'm saying is we should go shopping.
I figured that was where you were going with that. We need to hit up a clothes shop. At the very least, I'm sorry, you're going to have to lose the hat.
I will not lose it, however, I will remove it.
You know what I mean.
You want the hat of vermin?
No.
Okay.
Keep that thing away from me.
Okay, sure, whatever. It's pretty comfy.
You just see Remy's eyes stare off real quick for a minute, and then come back.
I'm gonna take a drink.
I'm sure we're all in the right of mind. Let's go.
Are we? You don't
To
want
sleep,
to
that
shop
is.
now. Okay. Yes. As you say that, Uzo is already taking off his clothes and he's piling them into a little pile. So naked Uzo in the corner with his cloths, and he's casting prestidigitation to clean it. And he shakes it out and he holds it up and he says, "This should be good enough to get me into the inner city, right? Upper city."
Yeah.
Is a cloth good enough?
No.
Andraste, what is wrong with you?
I'm numb to it at
Please,
this point.
please put your clothes on.
Oh, okay. And Uzo slides the cloth back on and he ties it up and he's fully clothed again. And he goes, "Clean clothes. That is the difference between a beggar and a rich person." Yes?
No, actually, style has a lot to do with it. And if you're out of style, they will notice. If you're in style, they will notice, but in the right way.
How many of them do you think are going commando? You know?
What?
You heard me.
Nope.
Oh.
With the phrase.
Nope.
Do I really have to repeat it?
Ruckus, and everyone, I have an indulgent question. If I asked Winifred to join us, how would you feel about that?
I would feel that you will be distracted. More so than you already are.
And if you are afraid that we are walking into death.
I just don't want to orphan the boy. I understand.
Exactly.
Couldn't agree more.
I mean, you were surprised to see her in armor with a sword. We don't know what her abilities are. We don't know what she can do. She would be a tremendous unknown in the midst of an operation where we need to be able to know what everyone else is doing and count on it.
She may know a lot and be very capable. But is there anyone else she knows that is willing to help us with this? You don't want to orphan the child.
We can ask her, yes.
I would very much prefer that she not come along, partially because of the child and partially because we don't know what she can do.
You don't know what that does to a boy.
I understand. I get it.
My motivations are purely selfish and focused on you. She has lived in Baldur's Gate. I'm sure she is very capable with a blade. but I don't want you second guessing any actions.
Well, at the very least, she should go clothes shopping with us because she probably knows the styles.
Sure, fair enough. If she knows the styles or can give us advice, that would be all to the better. We don't want to stand out too much in the upper city.
Plus, I want to look all dashing and everything.
Of course you do.
Uzo looks down, kind of like not really with a concept of style. He's just like, what? Okay.
Excellent. Okay. Well then, would you guys like to go shopping tonight? Or what time is it, by the way?
It is. Yeah, it's getting late.
Oh, it's getting late.
Definitely, the stores would be closed.
This is like going to Ross, a store that I think exists in this world, at like 10:45 when it closes at 11.
They will
Well,
hate you.
All right, you're right, of course. Just dealing with a lot, lost track of time. So
I mean, you did get the mental equivalent of a fireball dropped on you. I don't blame you for being rattled.
it's very apt, actually, because I've had a fireball on me more than once now, and it is not a good experience.
Trust me, I don't like being on the other side of them either.
Good times. Is this the flashback episode?
Aren't all of them?
Very well. What time do we wake in the morning?
I
Noon?
think we get up as soon as we can. What time do we think the shop's open? We want to be up, eat, and go to the shops so we could get through the gates as early as possible.
Yes.
You
Uzo?
heard my vote.
So Uzo would have known through Stace and Trace that at sunup, vendors start heading into the wide in Upper City, which is going to be your best place to go shopping and get the most fashionable clothes.
Mhm.
I mentioned that as a note from Trace, Stace and Trace.
Right, of course, we'd have to go to the upper city. And everyone needs a coin. And ours are not traceable, but
And
So you
hers is-
can get regular coins to go in and out for one day.
okay.
Excellent. That works quite well, but I imagine hers would be able to be traced.
Well then, shopping it is, and that's it. Yes?
Agreed.
I second the idea.
Oh dear God, if the fashion puts me in a skirt, I'm going to rebel.
What if it's a magical skirt?
I will still rebel.
Ah,
Uzo again kind of plays with his floaty cloth. He's like, "What's wrong with skirts?"
That's not a skirt, that's a robe.
oh my God, it's bouncing.
Okay, he's
I
still exasperated question mark face. What the-
I like having my legs free. I like being able to move freely, and skirts don't do that for me.
So one thing I will steal from the chat is that the most fashionable thing in Baldur's
Oh,
Gate
no.
is the Zardoz Zord straps. And that Thank you, Tamago.
I was about to say, that sounds like Tony.
Is there magical avocado toast with that?
Okay, so you guys are going to, some of you head to bed, and some of you ruckus.
Just the last thing, as hoping Remy is the last one out, I want to put a hand on his shoulder and say, don't worry. If all goes according to plan, and I'm hoping only he hears this. If all goes according to plan, and my vengeance is seen through to the end, we'll both be with our families. And then I just let him leave the room. Hopefully.
I think on that for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mic drop. Mute.
So, okay.
Uzo hears that, I guess, in his room. Yeah.
I mean, this was Uzo's room we were in. Andraste
Yeah.
may not have heard that.
But-
and if he
son of a
did,
bitch!
that she will
He
have
did
words.
say specifically as low as he could so that Remy could hear it.
Okay.
I guess if we're leaving Uzo's room and we're all going to our own rooms, I'm hoping that I say this to Remy before he goes to his room and then I go to my room. Hoping no one
Okay.
else hears it, but if there's a check, there's a check.
So someone else did hear it.
Shit.
And Kumara says into your head, it's not over till Mamon's dead.
Says in my head.
Knife.
Excuse me.
And
I say in my head.
He should not be with his family.
I say, Ruckus. Does he turn around?
Yeah, I'll look back heroically.
Ruckus. You do you want to talk about that? As I pull out my little pack, unroll it, pull out the pipe.
No. But let's just say, if it comes to that, you don't have to mourn me.
We've already done that once.
But that was before I could complete anything that would have made me feel unfulfilled in my death.
You're saying-
Stab him now. Stab him now.
Oh, come on! Dramatis do I hear it?
You don't. Just
Damn it.
in your head. See if he likes it before he finishes.
Then I nod approvingly.
And I just say to him, I understand. You would die happy and well, knowing that your revenge is complete.
And I miss them. Not enough to do it myself, but enough to sacrifice myself for anyone I care about. Sorry if it came across as weird. I guess I have a tendency to introduce things very oddly. But you know me.
Ruckus,
It's been 3 whole months.
did you just say that you care about us?
Go to bed, Cappy. I'm tired. I'm very sleepy now, and you've made me very sleepy, and my mind is rattling.
I'm going to remember that, Ruckus.
You
I'm
have a
going to
lot to
remember that
think
for a long time.
You have a lot to think and sleep upon. Good night, Cappy.
Did I hear any of that conversation? Because I mean, our rooms aren't far apart from what I understood.
I feel like
Give-
it's an
give
echoey
me a
ass
perception.
hallway.
Give me a perception check. Yes, you did hear all of the conversation.
You're not
Except
subtle.
for the Kumara parts.
Well, I mean, obviously. So I'm not going to say anything at the moment, but I'm definitely going to file that away under clock him good for that one later. But I mean, Andraste also gets it because she feels like she's been living on borrowed time for the last 5 years anyway. So she gets it.
All right. So everyone returns to their rooms. Are you going to leave Uzo's room?
Yes, I will leave. We have left Uzo's room.
We were like at the open threshold. We were like an
You
inch
leave-
past the threshold of Uzo's room.
He's like trying to hit you
Uzo
with
in the mover. Uzo's in the mirror, kind of like flailing the cloth, and he's turning around, kind of like doing like a little style dance. He's like, "What? I don't get it. I don't get it."
And Andraste is going to go back to her room, close, lock the door, and get very thoroughly drunk.
All right. All right, Remy, you head back downstairs.
I do, looking for.
Actually, before you do that, let's roll this giveaway because I totally forgot to do it earlier.
Oh yeah.
And before we get into anything more, hashtag chaos in the chat. Last chance. Right now, last chance. I hope you are here, whoever wins.
But yeah, by the way, I've been envisioning like Uzo's clothing clashing with the Cape of the Montback, like the color sense coordination. Like it's just it's either really loud and vibrant or it's like off, subtly off.
Sorry, Rex-A76, I rolled it just before. What? Still was not here.
Didn't Stillbo already win?
Everybody's already won.
That's true. Very true.
They helped me with a thing, so.
There you go. Congratulations, Estelba. You have just won a Gale Force 9 deck of your choice.
Congratulations.
That's fate, baby.
Congratulations.
They're totally a bot.
Yes.
They're just a scripted bot that goes around to different Twitch chats and enters into win.
I'm okay with that because they keep giving us bits. It's a very well scripted bot. I approve.
It's a nice bot. I hear Aaron Acosta is also a bot.
I agree.
I've heard that too, yeah.
How dare you? It's me this whole time.
How did they get past the reCAPTCHA spell check? I am not a bot box. That is mind blowing.
He can tell what a fire hydrant is, I guess.
Okay. There's so almost went into movie talk. We'll do it right after the show. So congratulations, Silva. You won a Gale Force 9 deck of your choice. I just whispered to you. Let us know which one you want. We'll get it sent out to you. All right. And thank you for the bits earlier. So here you come downstairs and you see Winifred at a table now, seated against the wall. There is a bottle of wine out and 2 glasses, and only one has been drunk out of. Just kind of, sitting and just kind of notices you come down and a slight smile.
I go over to her. I sit down and say, it's getting a little later. I trust Remy's already asleep.
Yeah, I put him away to bed. I mean,
it's okay. He's
That
very
magic
small, and we are small. We could put them away. That's fine. Wow. Can I have some of that, please?
yes. She pours you a glass. You notice not a lot has been drank.
I grab it. What do we have here?
This is from a winery that is in Outer City. It's actually my favorite. It's the Jensen Winery.
The Jensen Winery. Jensen.
Yeah, it is. The weirdest thing, however, none of the bottles taste exactly the same.
Sounds like a very bad business model to me.
But they are all delicious. It's quite amazing.
Well,
they're
good.
all great. They're just not the same.
All right. Well, in that case, here we go. And I hold my glass up. Cheers and drink.
And she drinks. Wow. It's kind of weird how it seems like no time has passed at all. And yet it's been forever.
It has.
It's a weird feeling.
I know exactly what you mean. Especially since being with these folks, these 4 months have gone by like more like a year and a half, or 2 years almost gone going on, and it's been wonderful. But being without you, the day I lost you, Winifred,
You lost me. What?
the day they took me and I was not able to get back, I thought I lost you. I'm sorry.
Why?
I didn't think that you would like me for who I was and what I did. Already didn't like the job.
How long did you? How long were you a pirate?
About 2.5 years.
So it's been 3 years or so that you haven't been a pirate?
I've been exiled. I was in Waterdeep for a couple of years. I scraped by as a bounty hunter, catching death dodgers and the like, bail skippers,
Hmm.
Nothing serious. I couldn't make any money and I couldn't get out of there.
How did you then get a ship?
Well, you see, one day I got a contract to bring in a very strange man. Let's just say he was
Who's that?
blind, and
Oh.
he could not possibly be a threat to anybody. It seemed like a contract to kill, murder. It didn't quite sit right with me. So he proved to be more than meets the eye, so to speak, because he was blind. You see, I only
Wait.
explain it because you're not laughing.
Wait,
He was
Who's
a
on?
transformer.
the one that's like giving me weird looks.
Yes, the one in the same Uzo. He was blind.
Was
Born
blind.
blind, I believe. Yes, and when I say that I have seen the power of the gods up front and personal, I mean it. I have seen a god.
Oh.
I have. And that was because of Andraste. And it's that same. I believe. No, it wasn't. It was all sorts of powerful beings do we know. And one that was so powerful that it gave Uzo his sight, and not just his sight, his full eyes back. We've, as I said, spoken to gods. We've freed forests from the most unnatural of blights. I've sailed the high seas with them, taken on cannon fire, and stood with them as we watched our crew bleed out.
Oh.
Also, I got turned into a were rat. Just saying it now, getting that off my chest. I was a were rat for a small amount of time. There was minimal ratting, and then I was done.
So you might want to get yourself checked.
Speaking of stealing from the chat, all right.
Just a little bit. So no longer.
No, that's a curable thing.
Yeah. Yes, it's a curse actually. And
wow. So wow. So then you do know powerful people.
Yes, I do. And we are their agents here. They're a chaotic group. You could call us the Chaos Agents.
Is he gonna say the title of the show?
Roll credits.
We get along. We own a tavern in Waterdeep, the four of us, called the Irregular Tavern. I'm sorry, I'm doing all the talking.
So wait, whoa. You own a ship, and
Yes.
you own a tavern?
Yes, actually, yes.
You have really done well for yourself.
I wanted to get the ship to take my place on the seas and to be free. A ship that lets you go wherever you need to go. It's freedom, really. And so, yes, I have a ship that I captain. It's in good condition right now.
What does that mean?
Yeah. We took on some heavy fire. It's in for renovations, but it'll get there. It'll get there.
Is it that dangerous out there?
It is that dangerous everywhere the irregulars go.
Oh,
We seem to attract it. Not that it's a bad thing. We always rise to meet the occasion.
where do you plan on going next?
Into hell.
I'm sorry, what?
We plan to kill Mammon, as I said. We are here.
Nice. If you don't want to tell me, that's fine.
No, I understand. It sounds crazy. I do. But trust me, Winnie, it's the truth. I don't think there's any stopping it either. I think I've lost my ability to choose.
That's it.
I'm sorry. I know that's cryptic. I'm sorry. There's a lot going on, and I cannot tell you all of it. I have grown in power. I have, and here, and I draw Kumara. This is my blade. The blade that was meant for me.
She looks it over and it's, it's immediately sort of noticeable. It is a very well-made blade.
Her name is Kumara. They are alive. Kumara is.
Okay.
Kumara is a blade of some power. A blade of the gods, I think.
This blade? She reaches out to touch it.
I grab her hand real quick and just kind of hold it for a minute. If you touch it, you will speak to Kumara. You want to do that?
I do.
I let go.
She puts her hand down. And you see her face sort of a little surprised. Oh, you will hear that. You'll hear. Darn it. You'll hear this.
No, I'll give them their privacy.
Okay. So you just consciously sort of tune out. She says, so you see her having a conversation, which is obviously very simple question and answer. And then you see her sort of build up the nerve to ask a question. And she does in her mind. And then she kind of lets go. Her sword speaks very highly of you. she or he, I could not quite tell. Thinks you're a good man. Interesting.
What do you mean interesting? As long as you've known me, you think it's interesting that someone would think I'm a good man.
A sword, when I asked if you were a good man, said absolutely. That is, well, this will be the first time I've talked to Sword. So there's that. Huh. How did you come across a talking sword?
As I said, Kumara was meant for me. That's why I think I no longer have a choice in all this. I would love to spend an evening catching up with you, telling you all my tales, and you see, I've been writing. I never stopped, actually.
You own a tavern, you own a ship, your friend has a published book.
Maybe. I mean, we have yet to see a copy, but yeah, why not?
Huh.
I have something I want to read you. And then we can get on to the rest of it, if that's okay.
Please.
Thank you. Just one moment, please. Let me just find the place.
And he pulls out the last remaining copy of The Tall Halfling.
Page 1. It's 3 feet.
Sorry, guys.
It should be fine.
Yeah, we are a very accomplished group in hindsight, aren't we? You got a published author, a vessel captain.
I just go to one page and I turn it to her to read, and it's just 2 lines. It says, it's on top, there is you, comma, and below that, or there is no one.
And you see her just sort of tear up a little bit. I've missed you so much.
I have missed you. I do not want to die tomorrow, knowing that you are here.
Oh my God, you might die tomorrow. Well, we all might die tomorrow.
This is something I've been thinking about, but I'm glad that you were here. I am glad to find you at last, and I am glad to learn about little Remy. I will do what I must do to stop this war. For both of your sakes. At last, I know what it is to have something worth protecting.
She grabs your hand. I don't know what you're doing tomorrow, but when you're done, come back here.
Actually, we're shopping tomorrow, and I wanted to talk to you about that.
Love to be a dad, but I need a shopping montage. I need my space. You're too clingy.
I tell her about the plan for tomorrow to go and that we want to do that. And then I just kind of spend the rest of the night talking to her and reminiscing and see if she wants to come up.
She thinks back. She thinks back and does remember one time where she almost died shopping. So it is possible. And you guys spend the evening discussing and talking and finish the bottle of wine and head up to your room because the other one has another Remy in it.
Mm-hmm.
And we will fade to black on that. And it is 10:14, so I think we're going to fade to black in the episode.
Oof.
Gonna find out next week.
Oh, next week shopping montage. We will let's all get it over with pretty quickly.
And combat, so that way they tune in next week.
Remy's got to do his best dad jokes too now.
Oh,
I would love to see that.
He's doing magic tricks. He's got to do some dad jokes.
Yeah, those
It's
3
true.
gold. I wanted to fit this in somewhere, but those 3 gold coins totally make up for those 3 first years.
Okay.
even worse. They're not gold; they're silver.
I didn't know.
I didn't know until about 3 weeks ago. So
No way. That was great.
I kind of can't. But then I feel like, oh, are we gonna get there? Oh, we're not gonna get there. Are we gonna get there? Oh, we're not gonna get there.
Honestly, as soon as Winifred appeared, I guessed that you were going to do something like that.
No.
Oh yeah,
Smarter than I.
I had no idea.
I know tropes.
Yeah, I was really happy that Uzo went into the bar first, so that I could set the scene and introduce stuff that would later then be important. So.
So it was brilliant.
That hit out of left field. Is the kid gonna come shopping with us?
Oh God, yes.
I'm a hat of rats or something for his dad.
Well, I assume there's someone that watches the kid while mom's out saving people.
Uncle Uzo wants to tell him all of his dad's exploits.
What babysitter do you trust in Baldur's Gate?
Yeah, no shit.
That's my question.
I would imagine there's another halfling attached to the tavern who watches over kids. It wouldn't surprise me at all because that tavern seems like a place that women go in particular to be safe.
All right, here's a kid room. Just throws them in.
Yeah.
It's a closet of it's a closet of 10 kids.
Yentha's husband does all of the babysitting and all of the child rearing in the tavern for not just their children but others' children's.
It's like the coat room of the towels, like the tokens. He's like, all right, which coat is this? Who's your kid?
We had to do that at the Sunday school that I used to help run at my church. We had to make sure that the kid went with the right person.
Yeah. Oh my God. That's one of those things.
Sounds right.
Realize
it's not that difficult to get that mixed up.
As an adult, like holy shit, like that. Yeah. Not to turn it morbid because I wasn't thinking morbid, but like kids. Parents, yeah. Separations happen, and then like the school becomes a place where this plays out.
So I have good news and bad news for parents.
Good news first.
Did we trigger the boy?
I'm kidding.
The bad news for the chat is that there were 14 after your 4 left over to go into the boy. So we did not spend them here on the show, but the good news is that does trigger the boy. So
that's good. I thought 11 left. I tried.
Well, 11 plus my 4.
Oh,
yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Oh
So
God, I'm right.
We're gonna do that again. We're gonna forward that again back to the next Chaos Agents, and if I can get your assurances that we don't do a whole episode of shopping, we can get to some combat.
Promise.
Yes.
Yeah.
No promises.
I promise, mostly because I want nothing to do with clothes shopping.
Well,
Although that said, having like a 10th level clothing change, like another show that shall not be mentioned, would be hilarious to me.
Nice. So we will definitely get to Upper City, discuss, lay the land, figure that out. We're not going to role play every stall in the wide.
I don't know. He's got to develop his fashion sense. He's got to try things out.
It's important character development for him.
What other type of T-shirts do you have?
Nah, what if Fred will just look him up and down, grab him, and say, "This one, this is this is what you want."
I want Uzo and Ruckus to get like tag team shirts. One that says "I'm with Idiot" and it points to an arrow of Ruckus saying "with the Idiot" shirt on it.
I want mine to say, "No, the
Golden
idiot
State
is
tourism.
here," but it's diagonal to like exactly Remy's.
I'm not getting involved in the T-shirt battle.
Remy, stand here, quick.
Okay.
Never does.
What?
Hold up.
Damn it.
I can die happy now.
We have an amazing week still that's happening. And by week, we've got the Untitled Podcast that is going up.
Ooh, exciting.
Episode 7, finally done.
It's been an interesting couple weeks.
Yeah. It's maybe one of the best openings, maybe. It's hard to tell. These openings are getting so good.
Whoa.
Okay.
Right.
Dang.
High bar.
Finally refining your style and twisting it to the pricking point.
Editing jokes in it, so it's great. It's
Dang, look
That's
at you.
It's not niche. It's fine.
it's pretty universal when you see it. And then on Saturday, we have Call of Cthulhu, Great Dane Society, where we have just found out that there are duplicates.
Yeah.
Some of the Great Danes walking about and doing things that are good to do.
Yeah, and no one wants a duplicate of Alexandria running around.
Yes. And
Stabby.
And the reason we are forwarding the boy up to the next one of these games is because Lonely Yeti has donated the funds to give Cthulhu starter sets, one physical, one digital, out on Saturday. So we're going to give those away. So thank you, Lonely Yeti, for that.
Thank you so much. Our community is amazing, man.
Mm-hmm.
Seen some photos on Discord and Twitter, and they're getting out there, and people are excited about it. So thank you. Then we're back with another episode of Carbon, and I think
We got
if,
everybody there.
Matt is correct. All of us on this stream right now are going to be on that show.
That's the
Very
rumor I'm
excited.
hearing. Yeah.
I'm very excited.
We're only missing Amy in this shot. Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say that we're missing her.
Oh, I beg to differ. So.
If she didn't go to sleep 2 hours ago, she would be angry.
That's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm banking
I
on.
hope she's asleep because it's a long day today.
Yeah.
All right, so be sure to subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. Give us a review and a comment if you're listening on the podcast. You're about to hear that again at the very end of this.
Also, I
thank
think
you,
we should.
Gianna.
He just really likes stealing my thunder. That's all.
Following us here, subscribing here. We have a Patreon. We usually push that for the podcast. Oh, brain fart. But everyone is welcome to join. You get our gratitude by joining the Patreon.
Well, and you also get 2 slots for the mitten coach possibilities for the mitten that we do every month.
All are welcome, children. All are welcome. All right.
You're
Aaron,
not
what movie?
Gabriel. God damn it.
Smoking Aces.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Nice. Jesus,
What do you
that
mean?
was
Oh
awful.
no! Oh, I thought you meant what to watch.
He totally missed the reference.
Clearly, he was asking about the reference.
Anyway.
Shawshank Redemption.
Two
Yes.
Robins.
I didn't even hear the quote.
It is late.
Yes.
It is late. We're gonna go. Thank you.
And it's
guys.
starting to get cold out here.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, right.
Oh yeah, you're outside. Holy crap.
Yes, I'm outside.
Let's call it. Sorry, Tiana. This is what a day. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
thank
What
you
a day.
League for
Big fat
letting
liar.
us use your Wi-Fi.
Thank
That's the
you
movie.
so much, Duke.
Bye, everybody.
Night.
Bye, guys.